Hi, trumpet players. We're looking at Charlier again. This is number 6. I just did number 4, and I'm not sure I even told you guys which one it was. But be that as it may, this is another style etude, and it's one of the most popular ones that has a lot of technical challenges. Again, I haven't prepared this. I'm going to read through it. I just, on the spur of the moment, probably against my better judgment, decided, well, I'm going to go ahead and try and play this one also for you. And there are a lot of issues that I've run into in the past with this. So here we go. Let's check the tempo. That's always a good idea. It says 63. And that's 63 a la breve, so that's the half note gets the beat. Number 6. I'm stopping there. There's a little pause, a little fermata, because, as I mentioned in the last episode, I haven't totally regulated my breathing nor planned it out in advance. And even if you do plan out your breathing in advance, you know where you're going to breathe, you know how much you're going to breathe, and you're doing a good job of staying relaxed and comfortable with your breath and with your support as you play. Let's say everything's working great. There still can be a buildup of tension. So be that as it may, I decided to do this in sections this time instead of putting myself through the torture of trying to play through it all the way with bad breathing. And so when you're practicing, when you start to recognize things are laboring, you can continue on, and that's what I call do or die. That's what you need to do in a performance. So it's incredibly important to, as they say in football, play 60 minutes. You know, don't give up. Keep going as if it's the last thing that you're going to do, you know, with full intensity all the way to the end. And when we start to feel fatigued or we're frustrated because things aren't working technically, then there's a tendency to give up. And that giving up is a psychological thing. So athletes have to deal with this. And do or die kind of practice is very important. But that's not really why I'm playing these. I'm not playing these etudes as a demonstration of what I can do. I'm playing them in the hope that I can discover and pass on to you some things that can help in your own work, especially if you're working on these etudes. So I'm going to go ahead and play the next section if I haven't rattled my brain so much by talking in between, but see whether I can get this to happen here. Back to the A section again. Wow, that's got a lot of stuff in it. So from working with students on this, I noticed that a lot of people have trouble with it's very syncopated. And not only syncopated, you have a fair number of interval challenges, lip slurs, and you have this offbeat thing that carries through when it says tempo at that light double bar. 3 bars in it says dolce, do da dee da da dee da da dee, and the way I was just doing it. See, that's a groove. It's a repetitive syncopation. Da da dee 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 da da dee. Of course, when you're playing the trumpet and you're trying to do all those notes and keep physical control, it's a little bit more complicated than that. But it starts with that feeling of rhythm. And there are many, many ways to practice it. I'm not even going to get into that right now. But what I will tell you is, whenever you have a tie, the tie tends to is used many times to disguise a downbeat, disguise a strong beat. So it's da-da-dee, da-da. So what I'm doing is I'm always playing to the downbeat. And when I do that, that gives me an anchor. And then I start to loosen up a little bit because I've got rhythmic control. And now I'm feeling the bigger beats. Not da-da-dee, da-da-dee, but da-da-dee, da-da-dee, da-dee. Now I'm feeling those major beats instead of the little beats in between. If you hear a rumbling sound like thunder, it's my neighbor moving his garbage cans back into position. But hopefully that doesn't come through on the tape. We all have neighbors. So I'm going to play that section once more. So you get the idea. This can be fun. If it's not fun, you need to keep on working on it in an easier, simpler context, not just playing it over and over again on the trumpet. Just see if you can enjoy that syncopation. Because it happens over and over again. What I find helpful, I think I'll try it right now. So there's my beat. And I put it on the big beat because now it gives me responsibility for doing the feeling. Now you can play with this beat. You see what I'm doing right now? Da da dee da da dee da da dee da, or da da dee da da dee da da dee. I can put it in different places. Let's see here. Da da dee da. So that's on the beat. Da da dee da da dee da. Now keep on putting it back on the beat. I'm confusing myself here. I'm just going to go ahead and play it again with this metronome beat. That should simplify things. Now, without playing it on the trumpet, if you can just work that, that should help. That should help you to make progress. And anything that becomes an obstacle, think of it as an opportunity. It's a challenge, but it's an opportunity to meet that challenge with courage and hope. And when you make a little bit of progress, record yourself, and not just to hear the flaws, but to hear the progress. When you hear your progress over a period of time, it can be very encouraging. So at the end, I'm going to play that last section because I don't think I've done that yet. This is primo tempo, the last section. Now, that last section, that's something that if you have the skills and you could play the notes, you can play it with a certain degree of control, that's the kind of thing that you can practice every day for a few minutes, and it would keep the edge of your playing nicely polished, very keen and sharp, and that's exactly what you want. The challenge, obviously, is playing into the upper register to triple P as he has marked, and that's what's going to give a lot of people trouble. At the end, he uses the word do, which means soft, but not just soft in volume. Again, soft in character, a gentle kind of quality of sound. So I'm squeezing that a little bit now, but I'm happy I got the note. So take that as I hope a little bit of encouragement. Go and work on these and see what you can accomplish. And if this stuff is too advanced for you, I understand completely. It's pretty advanced for me too. Work on the simpler things. Look at my playlist on the Potag preparatory melodies or the Bordogne series. Or obviously, if you want some more challenge, you can go to Mr. Porter's Etudes, which is another playlist under selected etudes, and that's where you have found this if you've gone to the playlist. So enjoy your practice. Enjoy the fact that you're able to play the trumpet. I'm starting to enjoy that more and more now that my body is healing. And it's all things to be grateful for. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.